Sometimes behind extremely disappointing men are fantastically talented women.
Get that stuff out of here. It's Southwest Bias.
Welcome into Southwest Bias live from Studio K, brought to you by our friends at Circle K. Make sure to become a member of the Inner Circle by downloading the Circle K app today for free. And I got to tell you, the Phoenix Suns disappointed massively this year. We've talked about it far too much on this program over the last few months. The big three of Devin Booker and the two we don't speak about here did not live up to expectations at all, not even to the slightest. But guess what? That does not mean that in the year 2025, there isn't championship caliber basketball being played at PHNX Arena. That's because the Phoenix Mercury are playing at a level that we expected the Phoenix Suns to. The Phoenix Mercury have their own big three. But unlike what we saw with the trio in purple and orange on the NBA side, this terrific trio on the W side of Alyssa Thomas, Satou Sabally, and Kahleah Copper are living up to every expectation that was set. And I'd argue in an even tougher environment to do it because they are coming up after the retirement of the greatest player in WNBA history, Diana Taurasi. And it's never easy to play in the shadow of the GOAT. It's never easy to be that next team in the transition from what was a 21-year unbelievable run with championships and MVPs. But this squad is living up to it. When you look at it, Alyssa Thomas has now had 3 straight triple-doubles, a WNBA record. She has the most triple-doubles in league history at 19. Second most, 4. She's had almost as many in a row as the second most ever in WNBA history. That's not just this season, that's ever. Alyssa Thomas is on the verge of being an MVP, averaging 15.9 points, 9.2 assists, which is the league leader in assists, by almost 3 assists per game. She's averaging 8.7 rebounds, which is third most in the league, and 1.6 steals, which is 8th in the league. She is an MVP. She is doing things that you need to be out at PHNX Arena to witness live because it's damn fun. And that's not just her. Satou Sabally is averaging 17.4 points per game, 11th in the league. 6.7 rebounds, 14th in the league. 2.3 assists, 1.3 steals, which is top 16 in the league. And then Kahleah Copper, 15.9 points, 2.9 assists, 2.9 assists, 1.6 rebounds. This team is constructed like we thought the Phoenix Suns were going to be, but they're living up to the hype. You missed exciting basketball. You missed passionate basketball. You missed a group that goes out there and fights for every possession. You've got it now this summer. And I get it. There's a stigma for some people when it comes to the W. Well, get over yourself. Get past it. Because this is fun basketball. This is edgy basketball. This is basketball like we've wanted in the Valley for 2 years. And I don't care if it's women, men, or aliens playing the game. When I see basketball like that, I'm going to gravitate towards it. because basketball is my first love, and I know it's the Valley's first love. And if you are discounting these women just because there's a W in front of the NBA, that's a you problem, not a them problem, because they're going out there every night and playing like true superstars. But beyond that, the roster around them is built in the way that the Suns needed to build their roster. DeWanna Bonner's been unbelievable since she came back. They've got young players and rookies that are actually living up and beyond their potential because of their player development. This is a whole team. This is a complete team. This is a team that has immense talent and has that part that the Suns never had. Immense chemistry. They like each other. They like Nate Tibbetts, the coach. They like playing basketball at the highest level. And with that immense talent and immense chemistry is coming immense success. So dip into that pocketbook. A lot less than you're going to dip into that pocketbook for an NBA ticket. Go out there and enjoy some good basketball in the Valley. Because it's being played right now in the same building that we were fed slop for 2 years. And this team gives me hope that the Suns will find their way too. Because guess who owns this team? Yeah, Matt Ishbia. And he's put in the money. He's put in the work. And they've found a chemistry that works. And I hope that that's where we're going for the Phoenix Suns. But if you're staying away from PHX Arena because you don't like who's playing the basketball, you are missing out on probably the most exciting sports team that we've had in the Valley in a while. They're right up there with ASU football and what they did for us in the fall. And if you want to make your summer a little bit more fun, go out there and enjoy the 10,000 a game that are watching Mercury basketball. Go become an honorary member of the X Factor. You will not regret it. But maybe that's just my Southwest bias. We welcome in the mustache behind the Mac, Shane Diefenbach. Shane, how are you, my friend?
Oh, you know, peachy. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We've made it through another week here on Southwest
We don't make
bias.
it through weeks here.
Weeks
have to go through us.
That's fair. We make weeks.
Yes.
That's what we do. The rest of the job, I make it through. Busy week coming up too with our big. We're gonna have an unveil a week from Monday, and it's some work for us to get done. But we're excited for it and excited for the work. Shane, have you been paying attention to what the Mercury have cooking?
No.
All right. Well, you're part of the problem.
Of course I have. This is the team that everybody expected it to be, with, you know, the scars of the Suns holding your hope back.
This is what the Suns were supposed to be.
Yeah. We with the health getting back on track, they just put a drumming on the Fever last night. Like this
Granted,
team,
no Caitlin Clark.
Obviously. It's still this team is showing something special that Suns fans that Phoenix fans have needed for a while, regardless of who your fandom is tied to.
By the way, if you want to go out there, we are doing a takeover August 22nd. You can hang out with me and the crew and go see a Mercury game and get free food and drink as well. But I gotta turn to the phallic object update desk. We don't have a sounder for that.
Thank God.
I mean, a slide whistle. I don't know, but I talked about this yesterday. About the desire. There we go. Perfect. Let's try it again. It's time to turn to the phallic object update desk. Perfect. There we go. I talked about it yesterday about the 18-year-old that got arrested here in Phoenix for it. It's something that continues to happen around the WNBA, but I did not think this story could get any worse, right? I did not think this story could get any dumber. I did not think this story could make me feel worse than it had, right? And then I found out yesterday with a lot of people, according to reporting from various sources, that behind this whole, I will say it, green sex toy issue that's going on, being thrown on the court in the WNBA, is crypto traders. I don't know if I can say this word on Samsung, but if our overlords get mad, so be it. Is there a douchier way this story could turn than finding out that the crypto traders are part of this? That somehow a meme coin called, here's another word I don't know if I can say, but I'm going to say it. The green dildo meme coin launched like a day before this fad started, and supposedly it's a way to promote the crypto. This is one of the dumbest things I've heard. Like, this is what we're doing now. This is a promotional gag, which when nobody really in the world knows that it's a promotional thing, is it really promoting? Is it? I mean, I know that the supposed coin value went up like 4 or 5 times what it was worth when it launched. So maybe there's some really nerdy guys in their mom's basement trading crypto, thinking it's funny and raising the value of a pointless meme coin because of it. But really, can just end this stupidity already, all right? Like I said, the only thing that you're really achieving is that when somebody Googles your name when you go to get a job, they're going to see this. And they're going to think twice about hiring you because you've decided to throw phallic objects either into the back of somebody in the stands or onto the court. But yeah, that's not my Southwest bias. That's just truth. That's just fact. That will likely be the last from the phallic object update desk.
Thank God.
But that hearing the crypto thing, I had to get that off my chest. Hello to the biased in the chat. Math of the Power of Joe. I don't understand math, but I understand Joe. I'm glad to have you here. Gabe Moore, Border Town Kid, and Driving and Delivering. Glad to have you with us on the program. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you have not already. We appreciate you. Plenty to get to on the program. And I want to shift gears a little bit to the other summer sport, baseball. We talked about at the trade deadline how much money the Diamondbacks saved when they made all those trades, when they essentially had their Spirit Halloween fire sale at the trade deadline. And I was skeptical. I did not believe that they'd reinvest that money in the team. I thought it was about savings in 2026 and punting on the season, right? I assumed that's where it was headed. I assumed that with the labor strife on the horizon for 2027, this was a Ken Kendrick would like to save a few dollars in the pocketbook and figure out how to go from there. By the way, does anybody call them pocketbooks anymore? Why am I? That's a very East Coast, my grandmother thing. Wallets, let's say that, or your online bank account. How about that? But I assumed Ken Kendrick was going to try to save a little bit of scratch. But according to Derek Hall in a quote earlier yesterday, he said, quote, "We had those conversations. The money we saved, we can reinvest into the product for next year. We're going to have to because we're still going to have so many guys on the IL. We're going to have to do some work on the roster." He did say he did not expect the salaries to be as high as they were last year, that they wouldn't reach the same level of salary spend, but that they would reinvest the almost $16 million that they saved. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know what their plan is going into next year, but it looks like they're going to need an entire new starting rotation. They're going to need to figure out how to patchwork that bullpen. Luckily, they've got a lot of young talent in the field and in the batter's box. So hopefully they can put together enough of the patchwork with that $16 million that they can make it work. ASU in Camp Tonazona, a big practice tomorrow. But I got to get something off my chest. Freaking analytics. I don't know if this is the math that the Power of Joe subscribes to, or biased in the chat, but there is something called the Opta supercomputer that apparently crunches analytics numbers and predicted the Big 12. And they use something called Tracer, team rating adjusted for conference and roster. to determine this. And the supercomputer accounts for each team's strength of schedule, both this year and last year, their projected records for 2025, other factors. So they predict based on the number of wins that they've determined that ASU will finish fourth in the Big 12, right? So I think they have them at about 8.4 wins. I believe they have Kansas as number one in their prediction in the Big 12. I don't see it. I understand that there's a supercomputer working on this, but I'm pretty sure that same supercomputer would have predicted them 16th last year. There is a complete flaw in analytics when you just look at the numbers and you try to crunch that strength of schedule. It takes out the entire human element. What's the factor for Kenny Dillingham and what he does to inspire that team? What's the factor for Sam Levitt and what he's able to do and how he'll raise that game this year? Putting in data sets are all well and good, and it should be a slight part of what you're looking at. But when it tries to predict what's going to happen, again, it takes out the entire purpose of sports, the human beings, the storylines, the things that get us as fans fired up and those teams fired up. No supercomputer could have written what happened last year for ASU. So I'm not going to believe that based on a bunch of silicone chips and wires that Kansas, Texas Tech, and Kansas State are all going to finish better than ASU in the Big 12 this year. I don't believe that that'll be the case. It's weird. They predict them fourth in record, but then fifth in their overall rankings, and they say that, Cam Scadaboo's gone. Yeah, sure, that's going to be a big thing, but how does that go into your analytics? Like, how is that a quantifiable number that you created here? I don't buy into this. Shane, you're an ASU guy. What do you think?
Well, I would assume that the scat thing is a kind of a war type stat where you see how many. Just
the value over replacement kind of thing?
Yeah. So I think that one makes a little more sense. Analytics don't have a big place in season predictions in a lot of sports, but especially when it comes to college football and the roster turnover it just doesn't really make any sense. Kansas being first is a product of their schedule. Like they have one of the easier conference schedules in the Big 12, but that's a team that underperformed like crazy last year, and it'll due to their quarterback. And I love Jalen Daniels, but I don't see them winning the conference.
It's still Kansas football.
Yeah.
It ain't Kansas basketball. And then Cardinals game. They're playing the Chiefs tomorrow, preseason opener. We talked about it with Johnny Venerable earlier in the week, but it will be the starters playing in this game. And my key to the game, there's one simple key to this game. Don't get injured. Knock on wood, touch metal, whatever your thing is. But that is the only thing that really matters to me coming out of game one of the preseason against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, right? This is not a hey, you got to win, you got to prove. No, that is not the kind of thing. But there is one guy I'll be watching. It's Will Johnson, because I've never seen a guy more disrespected on multiple fronts in terms of his draft stock falling, where he goes from a top first round kind of guy to a middle of the pack in the second round because of injury concerns. But that's not all. They added insult to injury when the coders of the Madden football game, Madden 2026, dropped this gem when they put the wrong Will Johnson as his photo. The wrong Will Johnson as his photo there. His overall rankings here are 75. Great. But if I'm Will Johnson, this is just digging that chip a little deeper on my shoulder going into this football season. I want to see him pick off Pat Mahomes tomorrow. I want to see it just so this guy can show up and show out in that first preseason game. But if he doesn't, it's not going to mean the end of the world. We got plenty coming up on the other side of the break. The mustache behind the Max cooked up something fun for our Friday, so we'll play that on the other side. Plus, we'll look at your comments right here on Southwest Bias. Circle K. It is your place to stop, whether it's the morning, you need some caffeine, whether you got the munchies at lunch, whether you just need a pick-me-up or some gas on your way home from work. Circle K's got you covered. I stop there every morning. I get my caffeine. It makes my day severely better, significantly better. And it's part because I'm a member of the Inner Circle. And when I signed up, I saved 25 cents off per gallon for my first 5 Phillips, then 3 cents per gallon after that. But then I hit that ESPO level. I'm saving 5 cents off per gallon, but they hit me up with all sorts of deals, right? It's fantastic. 25 cents off for buying, 3 bottles of Coke. I get, 79 cents Polar Pops, 99-cent Frosters, great deals on food. I thought it was just me. I thought they said, hey, you're one of our, we're one of your sponsors. We're going to take care of you. But no, they'll treat you like ESPO too. Just download the Circle K app today. Become a member of the Inner Circle for free. Conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for more details. And then my friends at All Pro Shade Concepts, they've got you covered. We set a record yesterday for hottest August 7th in the history of Arizona. It hit 118 at the airport.
No, it was the hottest day in August ever.
Hottest day in August. It wasn't just, that's even worse, right? Because we've had hot Augusts, but yesterday was the hottest day ever in August in Arizona history since they invented thermometers. Well, guess what? Our friends at All Pro Shade Concepts can help make your house and your backyard a little cooler, both in looks and in temperature, by getting one of their shades, premium material, unbelievable service. They've got free estimates that you can get. I went through this process and they were fantastic. They came out, they showed me everything. They told me right on the spot what they thought it would cost to get a sliding, a cover for my sliding glass door. We installed it and my house is cooler for it. So I highly recommend you call 623-204-1476 or visit allproshadeconcepts.com to get your free estimate. Let's take a look at what some of the biased in the chat had to say about ASU and the other topics. Math to the Power of Joe said, scraping the bottom of the dumpster when you do something that dumb. Kids are watching these games, talking about the phallic object update that we went through. He also had something to say about ASU, saying Kenny Dillingham and Sam Levitt staying at ASU this year is something that never would have happened with any other combo of coach and QB. Unprecedented that they turned down more money. I'm excited to see what they do. And PHX says ASU started a new and winning culture last year, and that is 100% true, and analytics can't account for that. Computers do not understand how that is. And I also think those computers are probably underestimating the U of A Wildcats and Brett Brennan's crew. Now that he's been able to recruit some of his guys, I think they're going to be better than 15th in the Big 12 as well. But Shane, it is a Friday. It's time for a little fun. What have you cooked up for me today? Please don't say the Immaculate Grid where I embarrass myself on a Friday.
No Immaculate Grid today, but we will be playing 2 different games in the same vein. You can't really remember players, but maybe you can recognize them by looking at their jump shot. Yeah. So we're going to try to guess this together. Whose jump shot is that?
Steph Curry?
We have 5 guesses. The first guess is Steph Curry?
Yeah, let's try. I don't think it's right, but no.
It's incorrect.
Who do you got here? You seeing anybody there?
It almost looks like a big.
It's a catch and shoot. It's not a Chet. It's not lanky enough to be a Chet.
No.
I can't tell with the hair. Is it Klay Thompson?
Could be.
Is it Klay? This is great for the audio listeners too, right?
We don't care about that on Fridays.
Hey, that's not true. I love my audio listeners.
On Fridays,
it's not Klay Thompson. And this can be from any era.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be looking at
No. I think they're pretty current.
Okay, they're current.
Yeah, I think so, at least. I'm not sure.
Trae Young, maybe?
No,
not tall enough?
No.
Or too tall, excuse me.
And this looks like, who is this? I almost recognize
it's not Chet.
No, Chet has a way lankier one.
Too lanky.
Let's see.
This is tougher than
high
you
release.
think.
Well, yeah, I thought they were going to give us something.
I'm going to laugh if this is like Devin Booker or somebody we should know from the Suns. It's definitely not Grayson Allen. It's a lot of motion to catch and shoot here. So if the bias has any guesses, let us know.
Please throw them in.
It does not seem they're probably as confused as we are here. Just throw in Trae Young. Let's see.
Okay.
Just since we talked about him this week. It's not Trae Young. There's no guesses. You think they'd be like
Halliburton is a good guess.
That is a good guess.
But it's not. It doesn't look as wonky as his shot.
Nope, it's not. It's not Cam Johnson. It's not. Trying to think of. Well, we don't even know. I'm assuming this is a catch and shoot three.
It looks like Halliburton's pose. That's what it looks like at the end. Yeah. That's what he does. It's almost like a new.
It's not a Malik Monk kind of
book.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah.
If it is, I'm gonna be very embarrassed.
Is Devin Booker not available to be guessed? Why?
What?
Okay.
What? We can't. What kind of shoddy game did you bring up here? Devin Booker isn't an option.
Who holds the pose like that?
Brunson doesn't. It doesn't look like
Brunson's lefty.
That's true. I guess that can.
Trey Murphy.
All right.
Sure.
We'll try that.
Nope, not available to be guessed.
How are guys not available to be
Patrick
guessed?
Ewing is available to be guessed.
Patrick Ewing is there. Tracy McGrady is there. But you can't get. What in the world is this game?
Can you guess Lou Williams? Nope.
LaMelo Ball? I don't know. Math to the power Joe. Even the game is biased. Yes.
De'Aaron Fox. No. DeAndre Hunter. Okay.
You could have given me 100. Are we doing another one of these?
Yeah, now we're doing Poeltl.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is where we guess a player.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
All right. Who are we starting with?
We have no. Let's go Jock Landale. Let's just go, my buddy.
Bestie.
If we hit on this, that would be the most amazing thing, and I will retire from the program. I won't, but Jock Landale, I guess we will go with as our first guess.
Hold on, let me try to.
Oh, we're trying to line this up. Yeah. All right. This is pre-production. When you switch between things, it's kind of tough. I appreciate everybody being here. What was that?
Got any plans this weekend?
No, I probably might be working on that new space that we were talking about earlier. I might wind up over there, but no, I don't have a lot of plans. The missus makes most of our plans if it's not work related, so which she hates doing, but I rarely have the brain power.
All right, we're back.
There we go. All right, Jock Landale. Let's go.
Let's see. Jock Landale. Jock Landale. Okay.
So
we got basically nothing. We know that they're number 1 or 0 or 00. That's good, actually.
Royce O'Neal.
They're not in the West.
Oh, they're not in the West.
Not in the West. They're in the East. Not a center. Younger. Where's 1 or 0 or 00. So we can try
current players.
Yeah, we can try Halliburton.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, they're a guard in the East, and they wear 0. They're barely taller than 6'5".
Dame Lillard.
Okay, is he 6'6"? I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think he is.
And I guess he's technically not in the East.
And this person's very young.
Who wears 0?
0 in the East.
Toppin doesn't wear 0. I don't know. I'm just trying to think who wears 0. Oh, we're going to the Lego store, by the way.
Oh, that's fun.
Tracy said we're going to the Lego store. I'm all for it. Yeah. My daughter's going to be excited about that. Number 0 in the East. Who is 0? Banchero isn't 0.
Guy in the headlines, Malik Beasley. Doesn't he wear 0?
Oh, my God. That would be hilarious.
No, he wears 5.
Okay.
Oh, and he's also in the Central Division.
Oh, my wife says Jason Tatum.
Okay.
If Tracy hits this. Oh, no, a little shorter.
Okay, so they're in the whatever. They're in the Southeast, so they're on the Magic. Let's see what Southeast Division.
The Magic, the Hawks.
Was it Trae Young? No, does Trae Young wears it? No, he wears.
Trae Young wears 11.
Yeah.
The Magic, the Hawks. Who else is in that? The Heat.
The Heat. LaMelo.
LaMelo. Yep, that makes sense.
Gotta be LaMelo. Or no, he wears 1.
No, he wears 1. So
okay, he's 6'7" in the Southeast. Younger than 23.
And wears 0. Who?
So we have Hawks. We have Heat.
Who's on the Heat?
Magic. We have Wizards.
0.
Bob Carrington wears 0.
You could try it. Who? My God. who has the time to know all these? Like, if this was all-time Suns people, I could do this.
Okay, so he's 21 or 22.
21 or 22. Where's
he's
0?
not on the Wizards. He's not on the Hornets. So he's on the Heat, the Magic, or the Hawks. Wearing
Who
0.
are we missing on the Magic? I'm going to guess it's on the Magic.
Gilbert Arenas.
not current enough.
The Magic, Cole Anthony got traded. So
yeah.
Who's the...
Gilbert Arenas might be playing in the Penal League soon.
Yeah,
anyways,
true.
He looks good in orange, I'm guessing.
True.
And not Suns
Does
orange.
anybody wear 0 for the Hawks? Does Rishaw say wear 0?
Let's try.
How do you spell that?
He's taller than 6'7", though, isn't he?
6'8".
6'8", and he wears 10.
Okay, so they're on the Heat or the Magic? Who are we missing?
Heat or the Magic? Paulo doesn't wear 0.
No. Does he?
No, I don't think he does. I think he's 5.
Yeah, I think he is. Anthony Black? That's a good guess.
Right.
That's probably it.
I love that. I 1,000% guarantee that my wife.
Yep.
Thank you, Tracy, for Googling. We never would have gotten that. That would have been. Oh, look at the mountain.
Beautiful.
The mountain, the plains. That is another edition of Southwest Bias in the books. Another week here along with you. We will be back Monday talking Cardinals preseason. I may drag Bo Brock into the program on Monday to talk about that. The mustache behind the Mac, Shane Diefenbach, will be back. You can follow him at Shane Dief. You can follow the show at PHNX_sports. That's what she said. That's a chat comment. And then you can follow me at Espo. Remember, you are missing out if you are not watching the Mercury out at PHX Arena or on TV, because it's damn good basketball.
Go watch that show. It's still live until 12.
Ahoy, hoy!
We all silly like the mayor.